Well, historically, the Collinsville tournament has been kind to Quincy Blue Devil basketball over the course of the years. The Devils have won 4 tournament titles in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, 58 of 78 tournament games, and launched many a rally into the new year from this very venue. Why not once more tonight? The Blue Devils looking for their first title since 1997. Off to a good start tonight against an overmatched Decatur MacArthur team right off the bat. That is D'Angelo Dean, and he was good. So too the Blue Devils shooting tonight, 56% from the field. You do that, you're going to win a lot of games. The outside game working as well. Cole Abbey, wide open for 3. He's going to knock that back and do it rather nicely. How about D'Angelo Dean playing kick-out guy, finding that man, Martin Kvitli, who had 11 points on the night for the bucket right there. The Blue Devils just in full-on seek and destroy mode offensively. How about D'Angelo Dean on the inside for 2 of his game-high 21 points. More right here. Mr. Kvitli breaks things down through the double team, hooks up to Abbey, who will find D'Angelo Dean for the throwdown. All about the Blue Devils tonight. Cole Abbey with 12 points tonight. D'Angelo Dean had himself the 21 I mentioned, and the Devils off to a great start in this tournament. Mr. Abbey, if you please, punctuate our highlights as Quincy High gets the big win tonight, 61-42 over the Generals of Decatur MacArthur. Meanwhile, maybe not the opponent we expected tomorrow for the Blue Devils. Peyton Allen, the Division I recruit, and Glenwood, they didn't shoot the ball very well tonight. Granite City will await the Blue Devils tomorrow night. That game 6:30 down at the Chinooks Holiday Classic in Collinsville as the Blue Devils try to advance on in the winner's side of the bracket tomorrow night. Elsewhere tonight, in the third quarter, now going on the fourth quarter, Quincy Notre Dame en route to win number 2 at the State Farm Classic as the Raiders lead Rockridge 38-31 at last check. Bad start at the Centralia tournament for Jacksonville, which loses to Cahokia. Also today, West Central advances to the championship game of the Waverly tournament as they knock off North Mac. Up next for West Central will be a showdown with Franklin coming up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Also in the 5th place semifinal bracket, it is Route moving on to the 5th place championship game, beating Greenfield Northwestern 56-48 along the way. Let's take you to Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. The Bombers in defense of their own tournament title and looking very good in doing so. Great start for these guys. The kick out from Nick Sievers all the way over here to McLean Johnson, who's going to finish up nicely with the finger roll off the great pass from Reed Fulkerson. Meanwhile, more to come right here in the low blocks. The big fella, Nick Sievers, doing work right there, throwing one off the glass. The big story, though, in the first half for the Bombers, Mr. Nick Hiley, who would spur a 10-1 run in this game. Hiley just lightened up tonight. He had himself 27 points, narrowly missed his 4th game this season of more than 30 points, or 30 points or more. Hiley big tonight with the 27. Matt Atkinson and company getting the job done as Macomb takes apart Farmington tonight in the first round, 70-46. Up next for the Bombers would be the winner of tonight's West Hancock game versus Midwest Central. Midwest Central playing without their star, Michael Berg. That was an impact tonight. You know what? It might not have mattered, though. The Titans playing some great basketball. Start you right here with Jeremy Ferguson with a nice little take, getting on the interior with the penetration and making the bucket fall. That, my friends, would spur a 17-0 run. Great rebound right here by Parker Gibbs, who had 15 of those tonight. Story in this game, though, Paxton Harmon. He had himself 18 points. Going to score as he has for the better part of the early season from anywhere he wants. Harmon a fire right now. So too West Hancock, as West Hancock gets the job done 55-25. Look at Harmon with a nice block right here as well. Up next, coming up tomorrow night, it will be West Hancock versus Macomb, and that should be fun. Elsewhere in the docket today, Illini West is leading Brown County at the half, 27-24. Winner of that game gets Metamora, who took apart Lewiston. Also, as you saw earlier today, Pittsfield, an upset winner over Eureka, 48-45, and Central drills Abingdon. Those two teams meet tomorrow. Highlights of those games will be on the website, as we showed you at 6 o'clock a little later tonight. MVIT, Payson Seymour taking on Liberty in one of two great semifinals tonight right here. It's Landon Epperson, the steal and the finish. Payson going to work in this game. Liberty, after building the early lead, trying to come back in this one. Jared Shover, pretty kiss off the glass, but just too much of Payson Seymour tonight. Jake Voss from the outside, about to knock down the triple right here. And how about TJ Klitz going to punctuate our highlights here, dunk style, as Payson Seymour gets the win tonight over Liberty, 71-64. On the other side of the bracket, awaiting tonight, apparently, well, those highlights are going to run twice, would be Unity and Biggsville West Central. Unfortunately, those highlights don't seem to have loaded up, so we will try that again later. in this show. Meanwhile, today we can tell you at the Carrollton tournament, Griggsville Perry a winner over Roxana. Griggsville advances to the championship game coming up tomorrow. Also on the docket tonight in terms of scores, Hannibal's trip to Neosho has been a bit of a nightmare tonight as Matt Pugh's team loses for the second straight game. They were the #1 seed coming into this one. 54-23 was your final. South Fulton, West Prairie girls going at it. You are looking at future Quincy University two-guard. That is Carly Beebe, the All-Stater, trying to advance her team to 13-1, taking on winless West Prairie, the Lady Rebel Classic. And this girl has some range. That's Miss Beebe firing the BB gun, if you will, from outside. She was knocking things down from long range. She was stealing, doing work at the other end. Tell you what, Miss Beebe getting the job done tonight as she had the triple right here. All sorts of goodness from her team as West Prairie loses tonight. West Prairie falls. South Fulton gets the win, improves to 13-1. 59-24 is your final. More for you now. On to the highlights we go. The Macomb girls taking on Illini Bluffs in the semifinals at the Lady Tiger Classic. Jeff Thorman's team looking right here as Lexa Marr gets the offensive rebound against a very good Illini Bluffs team and the great take. More to come right here. It would be Jessa Coker right here with the stop and pop from Macomb, trying to get this team back into it against a very good Illini Bluffs team. Too much of the McClintock girl, Taylor McClintock, tonight as Macomb falls to Illini Bluffs 60-51. Illini Bluffs on to the championship game of this tournament despite some great efforts right here by Erin Meeline. Also up next in the championship game for the winner, Illini Bluffs, will be Havana, which knocked out Rout the championship game 58-36. So we'll have no local representation in the championship game. Other scores in the 5th place bracket, Unity advances past West Central in a thriller 48-47. It was Illini West bouncing back big time with a big win over Pittsfield today, 63-38. More girls scores, Lewiston too much for West Hancock. Also on the docket today, we've got Canton beating Brown County 33-25. Farmington a winner over Liberty 44-28. Triopia knocked off by Plains 42-30. North Green overmatching and overwhelming Griggsville Perry 48-28 was your final there. Over in Bloomington, Central Southeastern loses a pair to Brimfield 45-37, and also beats Tri-Valley 41-38. Now, if we can, we'll try those Unity highlights one last time. Keith Carruthers' team taking on a very good Biggsville West Central team in that one at the MVIT. Right off the bat, it's Reed Benzinger off the inbounds pass, making the nice bucket for his team there. Unity working the ball very, very well against Biggsville West Central. Right here, it is Andrew Doyle with a pretty take for his team. Good stuff right there. You know what? Look at this. More to come from the Unity Mustangs. Matthew Dusterhouse off the beautiful pass, going up and under for the bucket. Don't have a final score on this one. Unity was winning big against Biggsville West Central. Looks like it's going to be Unity and Peyton Seymour squaring off tomorrow night, Raja, in what should be another dandy game. All sorts of action coming your way tomorrow night as well as we continue the holiday meltdown. Quincy Notre Dame probably going to win tonight. Quincy High winning tonight. Macomb West Hancock tomorrow should be fun. And we get a rematch of the showdown between Pittsfield and Central. Tell you what, Pittsfield looked really good coming back today. Lots of good basketball, and we'll do it all again tomorrow and then again on Friday. You got to love this week.
You got to love it. All right, we'll be right back.